Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Grade Turn X from Gundam Turn A, or Turn A Gundam Series. I've had this Master Grade for quite a while. It's been in my backlogs and I felt like I felt like building a Master Grade once in a while, so I took it out and built it. And I really enjoyed the build because the Master Grade, the build was entirely different from the ones I've ever built. Of course, it still has this basic how should I say, structure, having two arms, two legs, basically a humanoid portion. However, the entire build was kind of different. Okay, without further ado, now let's get on to the review. Now, first, what you get, of course, is the Turn X itself. As you can see, it's kind of really tall, large, big, whatever. So, sorry if my camcorder catches any of these two parts of my booth, because yeah, it's kind of big. So if I'm going to show you guys everything, they might show up. So anyway, you get the Master Grade Turn X. You get some stickers. Two for the eyes. However, you only get one. You have an option. You can go for the blank black one, or you can go with the ones with the eyes. As you can see, I went with the ones with the eyes because I think that's one of the unique uh, parts of the Turn X. The other two being a scratch mark that goes onto the knee, which I will show later, and these two are for the mysterious X mark on the chest. And beyond stickers, you do get some decals, both dry transfers and just normal sticker decals. You get a bunch. I did not use any of them yet because I'm still thinking where to put them, because I like to put my stickers, decals, decals, whatever I want. But yeah, for now, I really like the way how it is by itself, so I'm still thinking whether to apply these or not. Uh, you get a beam effect. Now you can see this as either as a beam saber effect or a blaster effect, basically, because of this arm having two purposes actually. So yeah, you get some, well, not exactly, but you get a figure of the pilot. Jinahem, or what, I forgot his pronunciation, but you do get a figure of him standing up, and one that's inside the cockpit, which is inside the head. Sorry for my pronunciation, because I'm always confused with some certain names, Jinahem, Ginahem. I've heard multiple pronunciations, to be honest. Okay, beyond that, you get some extra parts, some spare pieces, I guess. You get three. Okay, one. Well, you only get in total one hand for the left arm. The rest goes here. The rest of the pieces are for the fingers. You get an open style one. You get a trigger finger. You get a multi-purpose, hand and one fist that's I'm currently using. And this, you get a action-based connector, which actually goes onto the back, or the backpack area instead of the crotch. The rest of the remaining pieces are these clear pieces. Once again, one of them is for the action-based connector that comes with the kit, which I will explain. And this one is just literally a spare piece. Okay, now we got those, and time to show the action base. This comes with a clear action base, which I am impressed, because I was expecting to get only this section here for its special attack. It's called the All Range attack, or also known as Bloody Siege attack. You get an action base that you can actually use this to connect to the kit itself, or you can use this to do a certain attack pose. I will show that at the end, so I won't show you guys that right now. Now let's get on to the actual kit. Once again, this kit does not also use any polycaps like the Gundam F91 Master Grade or the latest high grade Gundam Atlas, and I've also heard that the Noble Gundam does not use the HG Noble Gundam does not use polycaps, and the Master Grade Turn A Gundam does not use polycaps as well. So I guess it's not really a new thing, but I guess Bandai does do those kind of stuff time to time. Now, assuming that the Turn X is the brother unit of the Turn A Gundam, I guess they went for the not using the polycaps concept again. Once again, I don't think the Turn X itself is considered as a Gundam unit, while the Turn A is. Even in the Gundam Wiki, it mentions just the mobile suit Turn X or concept. 612 was it? I think it has its own number thing. Anyway, let's get on to the articulation. Now, because of its unique functionality, there's not much articulation as you think compared to the modern master grades or your typical master grade. For now, the head can go down and up that much, and because of the shape of the head, I think 360 should be no problem. And once again, I really like the eye of this because it's really not your typical design. And the cockpit on this is actually on the head. What you can do is open this section up, and well, yeah, I'm being really careful so I don't break anything. But you can actually reveal that, and inside there is the pilot inside. Um, I'm I'm not sure if you can see, but if you yeah, but it should the pilot is in there, but kind of in deep, so I'm not gonna show that too often because I don't really care about the pilot. Okay, the head. Once again, it's on a ball joint connection, but you can also take it off pretty easily. It's not loose, but it's pretty stable. Now, once again, some people were asking me if this kit is pretty loose, because they hear that a lot of reviews mention that it's loose, and I can see where they're going. When you first build it, it's not loose. It's actually pretty stable. Mine is stiff in every aspect, but because if you keep taking off the connection parts for the arms and legs and stuff, it will end up being loose. So it's really up to you. Okay, before the arms, I think I will go with for the chest. Now for the chest, nothing too special, but what I do like about this kit is that overall, all around the kit, they use these black clear parts, and here's one on the chest. Now, before I actually get to explaining the chest or the features now, this is not how the Turn X originally looked like. If you know the history of Turn X or the background of Turn X, is that it was a long time ago, basically, the Turn X and the Turn A will fought each other, and the Turn X lost, and then hence getting a lot of these battle damage, like these X marks on the chest, the ones on the knees. For example, these ones are, I believe, are battle scars and stuff. So the original Turn X is not this, but actually looks like this in the image that I'm currently showing. And the original design does make sense because the Turn X was dug up and then was fixed, technically fixed or improvised by slapping on a lot of pieces on it, so it can be still functionable. Okay, now back to that. The chest, I really like the clear piece that's covering it up, and inside that uses those stickers that has this really funky color that it's a mixture of like a rainbow color. Now, we do know that the Turn X uses Psychomu attacks, like the capability of using funnels for build for new types to use their abilities and full functional, but we don't know what these clear parts actually are. There's even in the Gundam Wiki, there's still a lot of mysterious stuff that's not has been cleared out yet. So it could be Psycho Frame, inactive Psycho Frame, whatever. I'm pretty sure someone in the comment section will mention to me and give me a whole lecture of it. But yeah, that's as far as I know. For the movement of the body, you don't really get like side to side or ab crunch and stuff because of its functionality, but you do get a nice twist slash spinning. And if you can move your way around, 360 spinning is possible with this kit. Now, once again, the reason for it not having ab crunches is well, number one, it doesn't use any ball joints, or I mean polycaps. It does not use any polycaps. Two is that its main function, its attack stuff. Okay, for the arms now, each arm to the shoulder point, they're pretty much identical, I believe. Of course, if you look in closely, you can see that each arm or these parts are different. I think I'll look at this left hand first. Is that okay? I really like the design of it. However, I think the hand is a little bit too small for it. I think it has to be a little bit bigger because it looks kind of awkward. But yeah, despite its look, on the shoulder you have this part which is connected to a ball joint. You can move it as much as you want. It almost has a double joint, but because of the design and functionality, about a little bit more than 90 degrees as far as you go. And the arms can be detached for its all siege attack, and which I will show at the end of the series at the review. And yeah, pretty much the hand is not your typical 2.0 hands or 3.0 hands. It's one of those seed slash wing Gundam hands where you have to take off the four fingers and then, replace them with the either trigger, open, whatever. Okay, for this right hand, the I forgot its name, but it's basically the famous hand that also uses another famous attack called the Shining Finger, I believe. This arm is kind of heavy, so if you actually start at the beginning of the video, you might see that the kit itself is a little bit tilted to the right. That's because this arm is kind of heavy because of its functionality and design. Once again, you can pull this section off and then open to do its Shining Finger attack. I really like these claws, and you can see the black clear pieces inside. And at this point, at this hole, which can be used in two purposes, one being a beam cannon slash blaster, the other being a beam saber effect, beam saber. Now if you can do this, you can do it like that, or the way how in the anime games, whatever, shows the beam saber is like this. They close it up and then, yeah, something like this. Really love the effect. I really like this kind of effect. Of course, in my camera, it looks a little bit darker, but in real, it's kind of bright. It's a bright orange. Just letting you guys know. So that's pretty much it. I really liked how they did the claw structure. You can also move the claws, like the end of the claws, a little bit if you wish to do so. Yeah, really, you can really tell that the engineering for this was pretty unique and well thought, if you ask me. Of course, it's kind of tricky to line them up on a proper way, but they work as long as you can do it properly. Okay, the waist, nothing too special. These front parts are connected to a ball joint, a plastic ball joint inside a part, and they do move a little bit like that. They don't go forward, but they do go sideways about that much. Yeah, actually putting it this way does kind of look awkward. I'm not gonna go as far as that. Okay, now for the legs. Now the legs are very long, and for me, I'm not really used to these type of legs where the design or stand is like one of those chicken stands. Sort of, because usually you would see a straight leg, but right now it's kind of going backwards like this. So yeah, but beyond that, the articulation is pretty good. The legs itself well, the feet itself being pretty big and has a lot of articulation, you can pretty much pose it, has no balance issues. It can go technically 90 degrees above, 90 degrees up front, however, because of the way how it looks, it kind of look awkward. But it has almost a well, it's a double jointed leg slash knee. And yeah, once again, each side slash leg has a different design because of, the background. And this part is a black clear piece, and on the scratch part of the knee, that's a black sticker. I don't really like how it turned out, so I might actually take it off and then use a Gundam lining marker to color it. The feet has a lot of stuff going on here. Each feet, they have a different build, so they're not like symmetrical. I guess that's the best way to, explain it. The way how they work are pretty similar, but it's just the design that's kind of different because they slapped on a little different pieces to repair this. Well, there's a lot of stuff that has these flaps that can open and close, as you can see, but they're not really meant for the mobile suit itself, but most likely for it to transform the feet slash legs for its bloody seige attack. So yeah, there's not much to talk about for the legs. Okay, well, but of course I really like the way how they balance the kit, because you have these front and back really, wide sections, so this thing does not really have balance issues, despite that gigantic backpack. Now, here's the thing that I want to talk about the backpack. Now, I know there's a lot of fan of the Turn X or the series. I really do not understand the design of this backpack. Once again, I do know how the original Turn X backpack looks like, but this one just looks too messy. I can see they were trying to store multiple weapons into this, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious if this was really necessary. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to store weapons, but yeah. So on the backpack, you get 4 weapons. You get a missile launcher, a beam gun, 2 types of beam weapon, one being a bazooka type weapon. you can each take this off and then attach it. Three of these require the bazooka. The two beam weapons require the whatchamacallit trigger finger. This one requires the multi-purpose hand. Let me take it out actually. Actually, in games, those who play the games might know that the Turn X sometimes takes off the weapon and then fires. Sometimes he just jumps and then does a 180 spin and then fire it from its back. Those who played a lot of Gundam games will know what I mean. The missile launcher. I'm not a big fan of this one because the way how it holds. Basically, you need to get the multi-purpose hand. There's no actually locking in place. You just need to just hold it and then just reattach it. Just letting you guys know. So I'm not gonna show this one in particular. Okay, and it's pretty tricky too. At first, at first of the instruction manual, how they mention it, how to attach this one and the small beam gun was really confusing because it's really unclear. But I was able to figure out after looking at some other images of showing its backside, so I was able to manage. I think I'll go with the small one because this handgun type weapon because I really like this design, and I've seen actually reviews people who weren't able to lock this into place because they were confused how to attach it like that. But the way how you attach it is that they have these holes on the handle, and you just need to peg it in like that, and it's locked into place pretty much. Okay, once all you need to do is get the trigger finger, and then yeah, I think that yeah. I'm not sure if you have to put the finger inside the small hole. I tried doing that, but it's more unstable. But yeah, it technically does work, and also the thumb does move around, but I don't think it's a really big deal in my own opinion. Of course, you might need to position it for certain weapons. And I really do like the fact this mobile suit only has one hand because I really don't like mobile suits with having like two hands and then having a ton of weapons to deal with. And there you go, you have it attaching, and yeah, I think that I really like it because the fact that it's a small weapon but looks pretty unique at the same time. The other ones work pretty much the same way, so I won't be showing that. But I will show the weapons itself, how they are stored in. Let me just reattach that. Now, the way how they're stored in, these two are pretty much just slided in like that. You just need to pull it out, and the handles are folded up. And there you go. You have the weapon. I think this is the most commonly used one from the Turn X, especially in the games as well, I believe. Nothing too special. There's no special parts or stickers going around. And to put it in, you just need to slide it in. There you go. The other one, the bigger one. Now, I'm having some issues with this. The handle, not a big problem, but on the manual, they tell you to pull this out a little bit so it opens up like this, but it has to go, but it's extremely stiff. I don't know why, and I think I'm kind of damaging it. You can see the stress mark going on here already, so yeah. I don't know what's the problem, but I do like the way how they designed this bazooka. Okay, now I think it's time to bring out that action base, but before that, at the area where you connect the action base is under the backpack, and there's a hole under here. You have to plug in the action base and peg into here. But however, if you do that, the backpack will be like facing forward like this because of the amount of area that's available to you. So I don't really like doing that, but yeah, I don't think. But for this kit itself, if you're going to display it as it is, I don't think a action base is really necessary because of its well balanced design and stuff. Okay, for now, I think I'll be right back to show you guys its bloody siege attack formation. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with its bloody siege mode. As you can see, it looks kind of funky, but thanks to those clear action-based parts, you can see like it looks like it's separating into 9 pieces, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, around 9 pieces, where it's explained in Gundam Wiki, trying to do its bloody siege attack. And technically, there is one more thing that you can do, but it requires the Master Grade Turn A Gundam, which I really don't have. so I won't be able to show you guys that. So anyway, this is a really nice effect, to be honest. The main reason that people or reviewers mention that this kit is being loose is that they do this multiple times and then reattach it to the Turn X. So if you don't want your kit to be loose, I suggest that you don't do this too often. This is technically my second time doing this. Hopefully it won't get any loose anymore. I also forgot to mention the feet. They also have this articulated toe area, so this actually really helps balance the kit as well. Just letting you guys know. I believe they each of these parts technically have their own blaster areas, and if you, according to the games, of course, I'm not sure. I need to rewatch the anime because I saw that really long time ago. It's really difficult for me to remember. Anyway, that was the review of the Master Grade Turn X. Once again, this is a very fun kit to build, and it's a very big kit, to be honest, because it's really bigger than your, or taller than your typical Master Grade kit. So if you, for those who really like big and tall kits, you can really go for that. And if you're kind of tired of building the same type of form or same type of Master Grades, this is a very good kit to get because it's very different than what you would expect. It's despite its size, it doesn't really take long. Those who are really used to master grades, it won't take too long if you're like a straight builder like me. Of course, if you color, do dub mark removal, seam lines and stuff, that's gonna take a long time. But if you're a straight builder who I only do stickers and dub mark removals, you won't have a big problem. So I can recommend this to anybody, especially those who are a fan of the Turn A Gundam anime series or the fan of the Turn X itself. Of course, because they're the only two master grades for the Turn A Gundam series is the Turn X and the Turn A, so that's pretty much the options you have. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Master Grade Turn X. If you enjoyed the review and found it informative, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews of, so please stay tuned. And also, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. Well, until then, see you guys next time.